Have you ever had a brilliant idea that never made it past the whiteboard? Are you struggling to get from prototype to your first paying customer? Or are you wondering how to fund innovation without losing control of your business? Welcome to the Critical Few Actions to Improve Your Business podcast. I'm John Downs, and in this episode, I interview Kate Goss, who helps business founders and CEOs commercialise research and innovation to drive growth. Now, we're all busy, so I'm going to give you the critical few insights in about 4 minutes, so you can figure out your critical few actions to go forward with. If it resonates, download the Research Innovation ebook and listen to the episode. When I work with successful business leaders, I often see great ideas stall because leaders try to make them perfect before testing them in the market. Innovation isn't about the smartest concept. It's about solving the right problem and validating value quickly. If you're serious, then it's all about turning research into revenue, and you need to follow the innovator's roadmap from idea to market, preferably in 12 months. I took away 3 key insights from our conversation. The first insight's about clarifying the real problem before building the solution. Kate says, you've got to be really clear on what the problem that you're solving is. That step goes across any type of innovation or research. Too many founders rush into decision before validating demand. So what can you do? Well, start every innovation discussion with one sentence. What problem are we solving? Engage potential customers early to test that problem truly matters before you build anything. The second insight is about building your MVP, your minimum viable product, and involving early customers. It's not your first idea that wins, it's often the second or the third iteration that becomes the cracker, says Kate. Innovation speeds up when you stop polishing the turd and start co-creating with real customers. So what can you do? Well, define your minimum viable product. What must work, not what could work. And get your first users involved as collaborators, not critics. Their feedback will shape your product and reduce wasted effort. And the third insight is about pricing, IP, and protecting your innovation as you scale. Kate says every business, large or small, has IP worth protecting. You've got to manage how it's used before it's too late. And as AI and digital tools advance, founders risk losing ownership of their ideas. So what can you do? Well, review who owns your code, your content and data before sharing them with third parties or with AI platforms. Build governance and clear policies early to protect your intellectual property and customer trust. There was so much more in our chat, but as Kate says, you don't need it to be perfect. You just need to get to market. One of the reasons that some innovations fail is because they just weren't fast enough and they got overtaken. If you're interested in doing this, download the Research Innovation ebook for resources and references because in 4 minutes, I've only just scraped the surface. Now, think about your critical few actions. Is it to identify that first customer who'll help you validate your idea? Or will you keep waiting until your innovation's perfect and someone else beats you to market? Enjoy.